This was me 3 months ago. It is the 26th of February. It is a Monday. I found myself at a point in my life where I didn't know what I was doing or where I was going. I was over 40, fat and fed up. Decades of diet culture had damaged my sense of self-worth and my relationship with food. I didn't know when I was hungry. I ate because of what time of day it was, because I was sad or happy or anxious, any emotion really. Food had become my way to regulate my nervous system. And I am far from perfect and I don't always get it right, but I think I've found a way out. Hello, I'm Hayley. I am the 40-ish woman. Welcome to the weight loss side of my channel. I have lost 40 pounds so far in 3 months. I would tentatively like to lose more, but I think I need to slow it down because I am worried about loose skin. It's going to happen anyway, but the quicker you lose weight, the more chance there is of having it and it being worse, I think. I've been on some sort of diet since I was about 13 years old. I remember being introduced to slimmingworld type meals at that time. I wasn't fat, I just put a little bit of weight on because of hormonal changes, but it was the 90s, so I am going to make some more detailed videos going in depth to exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and the mental process. If you'd be interested in those videos, please let me know in the comments. But today I wanted to share what I ate last week. And trigger warning, it is mostly convenience food. I can't cook. I also do have quite a busy life, and the idea of standing in the kitchen chopping stuff and waiting for it to cook is long and my brain is bored. So this is also probably going to be the least influencery what I ate in a week video that you've ever seen. This is real, it's what I actually ate last week in my actual life with a 7-year-old, a dog, a partner, a house, and I work. So in short, I am not on a diet. I will never go on another diet so long as I live. I don't calorie count, I don't restrict what I eat, either the types of food or the time that I eat. I eat what I want, when I want. I try and listen to my body. And the 2 pieces of guidance that I give myself every time before I put something in my mouth is, number 1, am I actually hungry? Or am I trying to change the way that I feel? And number 2, food is fuel. So I will try and fuel my engine, my body, with the most nutritious food possible. But not all the time, and I definitely have treats. So before we get into the food, let's take a moment to appreciate the coffee segment. I probably have 2 cups a day. I have heard that apparently reducing caffeine can be good for you, especially perimenopause/menopause. Symptoms can be lessened possibly. Personally, I would like to see what the world would be like if I didn't have a coffee in the morning. But jokes aside, I'll normally have 2 of these a day. So welcome to Monday. I was dashing about in town, so I grabbed this salad. I am trying to be more conscious of eating more protein and dark green vegetables. I like broccoli, so I was quite surprised when I found it in the salad actually, but it was very nice. I also grabbed a punnet of strawberries that are now in season. No hate to the Spanish ones, but they do not taste as nice as the British strawberries, I find. And I was feeling quite hungry at dinner time, so I had a pizza. I did actually film this, I can't find where I put the footage, but I was going to give you my top tip of using scissors to cut up pizza because it is so much easier and less messy than using a proper roller pizza cutter, so I always use scissors now. These pizzas are gorgeous. I am going to try and include some nutritional information off the back of packets, but as I said before, I don't count calories. It's not something that I'm interested in. If you wanted to work it out, that's up to you, but it's not what I'm doing. And so on to Tuesday, the obligatory 2 coffees, and I decided to have a bagel for lunch. So we've got some butter, turkey breast, some applewood smoked cheese, some veggies and some more strawberries. And for my pudding, I had a stroopwafel. Stick that on your cup of tea and it goes all gorgeous and gooey and melty in the middle. They're lovely. And so to dinner, I've tried to get a little bit more chefy for you. I'm having a rice bowl, which essentially starts with rice and then whatever I chuck in. I'm normally using stuff up, to be honest, but these steam fresh veg I absolutely love. You just put it in the microwave for like 3 minutes, and then it's a mix of peas, broccoli, beans. I think it has a little bit of butter in there and it is just so nice. I put these seeds on as well, a bit of extra fibre, a bit of extra nutrition. And I'm going to pop some cottage cheese in there to bring up the protein a bit. And soy sauce, it doesn't matter what brand it is, I put on my rice. And I've got some avocado that I need to use up. And a bit more of the turkey breast that I opened yesterday. Ta-da! My chefy self. You may have noticed as well, I don't eat breakfast. Again, that's not any sort of a rule or anything. If I want breakfast, I very definitely have it. But what I have genuinely found over this past 3 months or so is that I'm not interested in eating in the morning. So when I'm not sort of getting up, right, okay, got to have breakfast now because it's that time of the day. I stopped doing that and I listen to my body normally, naturally, and I'm just not interested. I'll have a coffee and that's it till maybe about 10:30. And that's when I kind of have my lunch, and I eat dinner quite early as well, actually. I will normally have my dinner somewhere between 5 and 6 p.m. Wednesday I was out again, so it was another grab and go salad. I liked the falafels in this one. What I would have preferred it if they would have been warm, to be honest. But you know, I can't have everything. And yes, I did also have a cheeky cornetto in the car. I've just realised how awful this oven tray looks. It is clean, I promise you. Fish and chips for dinner, oven version, and some of the nutritional information. I do always read the back of packets to see what ingredients are in something and try to get the simplest products possible. And I added a cheeky corn on the cob as well. Look at me getting all influencery. Oh God, I don't know. Whatever the word. I was having another rice bowl for lunch today, but I fancied adding some mushrooms to it. I'll cook the whole punnet, put the rest in the fridge, and then just warm them up the next day. But what I wanted to talk about with regards to cooking the mushrooms is the diet culture aspect of it. Always wants me to not use oil, a non-stick pan or a little bit of water or whatever else. However, the diet group that I was in at the time told me to reduce every single calorie in every single meal in every way that you could. And ultimately that just fed more into my mental health problems with food. And actually I find when I cook things with fat, I purposefully include fat, it keeps me feeling fuller for longer anyway. So normally what I do now when I cook mushrooms is I'll put a bit of oil in the pan and just get everything going, and then I might even put in a blob of butter at the end just because it tastes nice. And one of the hardest things about learning to eat this way, to eat intuitively, is to undo all the rules and regulations that I set myself, or were given to me, should I say, in the diets that I've been on throughout my life. So just setting myself up here again with the rice, the soy sauce, and the other half of the bag of vegetables that I had, was it Tuesday? I can't remember. And I'll just put as many mushrooms on as I want, stick the rest in the bowl, stick that in the fridge for another day. Oh, plenty of salt and pepper on the mushrooms as well while they're cooking. I'm going to go in with some roasted sesame seeds on this one, as opposed to the other mixed seeds that I used last time. And a bit more cottage cheese. I do really like cottage cheese. I know this is kind of a diet food, if you want to call it that, but I actually genuinely really like it. And I think this is the last of the turkey that I'm using up. Also, I live in a house of fussy eaters, and the three of us do all eat different food all at the same time, I'm afraid. My son's really picky, I'm really picky, my partner's really picky. So this is the food that I eat. They eat something completely different. And I've been getting these Dash waters that are really nice. I went through a phase of getting sort of natural energy drinks, but this is just sparkling water with fruit or whatever, and these are really nice because I don't drink enough water, which is something I need to do better at. And I don't always have puddings every day, but I seem to have been this week. It's probably PMT season again. So I had a penguin and a blue ribbon today. And something I always like to keep ready in the fridge is some tofu. This is what I was going to have for dinner this evening. So I just get the cheapest whatever tofu from the supermarket. I have some clean tea towels that I keep separate so that I can press it and absorb the water. If I have time, I leave it overnight. Normally I've forgotten, so I have to cook it on the day that I actually want to eat it. But yeah, so I'll just flip this onto the tea towels, wrap it up, and then leave it for as long as I can. You don't need to leave it in the fridge or anything, just get some books. These Great British Bake Off books that I have every single book from every single season. Have I ever cooked anything out of them? Of course not. But they're really good for pressing tofu, so they've got a use. And then all I do after it's been pressed is score it about halfway down, drench it in teriyaki marinade, again leave it for as long as I can, and then stick it in the air fryer for 15 minutes. It doesn't make it totally crunchy, it's like a nice mix of soft and squidgy and crunchy, which I kind of like. And I'll leave this in the fridge, and if I get a bit snacky, I'll just break a bit off and eat it. So on to Friday, I had another bagel, the rest of the mushrooms and an egg. I do try and get an egg in every week. I also try and get fish in every week, and I try to eat an avocado every week. Just trying to get the good mixture of protein and vitamins and healthy fats. And I had a naked bar in the car while I was waiting to pick my son up from school. And dinner was the last third of the tofu with some udon noodles that I cooked in vegetable oil, and then finished off with a bit of sesame oil at the end. I also added some more of the black sesame seeds and half a bag of the steam fresh vegetables that again I chucked in the pan at the end, mixed everything up, and that was my dinner for Friday. And welcome to the weekend. So I sort of had some of these cherries for breakfast. I was just kind of picking them a bit. And then I had this noodle bowl that was enormous, by the way. I didn't finish this. And if you look at the back, there are some E numbers in there. Not all E numbers are evil. Preservatives are chemicals. Preservatives stop your food from going bad. Interestingly, I watched a documentary about MSG. MSG is not the evil thing that people make it out to be. I'll see if I can find the link. It's absolutely fascinating. But basically this one guy who pretended to be a doctor at this made-up university wrote this paper saying it was bad, and because relations with China weren't fantastic at the time, everybody believed it. But hey ho, I did have another cornetto. Saturday evening I had pizza again, the same one that I had on Monday, so you don't need to see that. And then Sunday we went to the fair in the afternoon, the local fair in the town, rides, what have you. And I had salt and pepper chicken with chips, and it was so nice. The salt and pepper chicken had just the right amount of spice, and I think the chips had some of that seasoning like what you get in Nando's. Obviously I don't know how many calories or anything was in it, but it was cooked fresh in front of my eyes and it tasted gorgeous. So for my dinner I wanted something a little bit lighter, so I basically made myself a bit of a salad, some mixed salad leaves. I think it's got beetroot in it, spinach leaves, a nice big dollop of pasta salad and some coleslaw. And then these little balls I've got, they're actually sort of like, they're actually filled gnocchi, I think it says on the packet. And I would normally cook these in a pan, but I did it in my air fryer. And of course, would I be British if I didn't finish it all off with a lovely cup of tea? And that is what I genuinely ate in a genuine week in my genuine life. So I'll put my weight loss playlist here, so if that's what you're interested in, you can keep a track of how I'm doing. Any questions, pop them in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!